for Sci-Fi podcast, and we're now live on YouTube, and let's go ahead and go live on Facebook.
Oh, great.
And here we are. We're live on Facebook.
You got that right.
So,
where's everybody?
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Anybody out there? Everybody went to the movies today.
Nobody's here, huh?
I know, huh?
Let's see if there's somebody I could invite. Post. Tag someone. Ricky Flake is with me.
Always with you.
Hey, everybody, we're just waiting for everybody to come online. We are live right now.
Ooh, someone liked us.
Is everybody there? We got 4 people watching, so let's go ahead and get the show started. I was just waiting to let people come on live.
That's good.
So, hey, yeah. So we got Gordy, we got John, we got Glenn. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Steve. Hi, everybody that's joined us.
Yes,
we're also live on YouTube. We're streaming live on YouTube on All for Sci-Fi. It's at All for Sci-Fi, all one word. If you guys want to check us out on the YouTube listing as well.
There's also other episodes on there also.
You could watch other. Subscribe to YouTube, and you could see other episodes from All for Sci-Fi podcast. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Give us a few seconds, and we're gonna go ahead and roll the intro right now. Then when we come back today, we're gonna talk about the Netflix show I Am Mother. We're going to review that, talk a little bit about Hobbs and Shaw. We went and saw that, even though it's non-sci-fi related. We also got updates with Star Wars, and also updates for Star Trek and other things sci-fi. So I'm glad everybody's joining us today. I would like to quickly say a quick prayer for the people in El Paso, Texas. There's a major thing happening there right now with at least the scene is contained, but, Heavenly Father, we ask that you stretch your arms out to the people in El Paso, Texas, who are going through unimaginable horrors right now. And Father, we ask you to embrace them and comfort them in their time of need. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to go ahead and roll in the intro, and then we're going to start the show. Here we go. The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's a trap! The needs of the many outweigh
the needs of the few.
Or the one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
To infinity and beyond.
Live long. Prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
He built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
That's right.
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun.
The audio is back up.
Thank you,
Oh, we
boys.
will.
Goodbye.
Hey, Frank.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father.
to die. Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
So what?
Yes, yes, you said that, didn't you?
More than once.
Yes, more than once. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the All for Sci-Fi podcast. Today is August 3rd, and this is being taped in Woodland Hills, California. Welcome, everybody, to the month of August. I am your host, Eric Walker, and sitting behind me is...
Captain Rickster.
Hey, yeah. We sorry got a little bit of late start today with all the events that are happening in El Paso, Texas today. We got a little bit caught up in that, and I do apologize for coming on a little bit late. I don't want to make this downer. We did say a little prayer at the beginning. If some of you missed it, for the people in El Paso, we're wishing everybody anybody that got injured, speedy recovery, and that guy who did that, we wish him a date in hell with Satan.
You get that right.
So we're coming back live to Facebook and YouTube. We're live on YouTube today. Just want to welcome everybody out there in Facebook land. Hi, Frank. Hey, how's it going, bro? We got Frank Castle joined us. We got Steve Timmons, Zach Elliston, Sergio, Glenn, Philip Hardesty. That's my cousin, and a lot of other people there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us live today.
Yes.
And we're going to have a great show. Today, we're going to talk about I Am Mother, which is the Netflix show. And no, I'm not your mother.
How do we know that?
Come on, we know. That's impossible, Captain Rickster. You're just in a rare mood. But am I your father? I am your father. I've always wanted to make a shirt instead of this. They have the shirts, I am your father.
Oh,
instead of that, I was going to say, didn't Obi-Wan tell you? Or, that says,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan never told you? And then have a question mark. Something like that.
That would be good.
And they have those shirts, with the Ewoks, like the camp, to go camping with the Ewoks. I thought maybe we could do one with Mason Sindel. Camp with Mason Sindel Tawani with the Ewoks. So that would be kind of neat.
That would be good, yeah.
So also, not to be another big downer today as well, but last week, shame on us for not bringing it up, but Rutger Hauer passed away.
Oh yeah, that's
and on the 24th. And Rutger Hauer, he was most known for his role in Blade Runner,
right?
Playing Ray Batty. He was also in Batman Begins, Smallville, Sin City, The Hitcher, and Nighthawks, actually, with Billy D. Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a connection with Star Wars.
Yes, it is.
So MIP. I like to say move on in peace. Right, MIP. Yeah. I don't, that all right, rest in peace thing. I don't believe when we die, we're resting. So MIP, move on in peace.
That's right.
Thank you very much for all that you shared with us, Rutger Hauer. The world is definitely... And interesting, though, did you know that in the movie Blade Runner, his character died in the exact same month and year that he just died?
Really?
Yeah. So in the movie Blade Runner, his character dies in 2019.
Right.
In July or something like that. So it's like at the same month and same year, he died as his character from the movie.
Wow.
Isn't that trippy?
That's interesting. Very interesting.
So, coming back to Facebook Live, Steven. Hi, Steven. How you guys doing? Steven's out there in England, and he's checking out our show.
Cool.
So, again, I invite everybody to go to our Facebook page, go to our YouTube page, because in the future, if you want to listen to the podcast, we're not going to always be live on Eric Walker. We're going to be live on the All for Sci-Fi and also on the Facebook page and the YouTube page. To find us there, we're at All for Sci-Fi. It's one word, ALLFORSCI. No dash, just All for Sci-Fi, one word. And that's on Facebook. We're at All for Sci-Fi. And also on YouTube, we're at All for Sci-Fi. So subscribe to us on YouTube, because in the future, if you want to check out the shows. And also, there's a lot of the past shows are already on YouTube, too, in our archive there. So you could go back and listen to past episodes. We did the Avengers, and we did a bunch of stuff in the past. I think we're up to, this is episode 12.
I believe so. Yes.
So we're getting it going, guys, and we welcome everybody that does subscribe or that does like us or follow us on Facebook. So sci-fi news this week. There was not a whole lot going on. There was some announcements here just over the wire here recently. We got some Black Panther news
Right.
about BlackPanther2. I think the title they showed I guess on Twitter they showed a poster and they revealed who is going to be the Black Panther's the evil guy, and Black Panther's going to be Normal.
Normal. Yes.
And Rick was telling me who Normal was. Who was Normal in the comic book universe?
He's Submariner in the comic book series.
Oh, okay.
In comic book universe.
Okay, so he's kind of like who is that other guy that's under the water? What's that guy's name? Thor? No, is it Thor?
No,
not Thor.
No. Aquaman. You're talking about.
Aquaman. Okay, yeah. Okay, so he's kind of like that, but that's a different universe, right?
Yeah, totally.
That's
different
DC.
universe. That's DC. Not Marvel.
Okay, guys, don't shoot me. Don't kill the messenger.
Sure.
Yeah, I know the DC and Marvel guys are going to be fighting and duking it out. I just accidentally crossed over the people.
You got that right.
So and it's called Two Kings. So Black Panther 2 is going to be called Two Kings, and Normal is going to be the evil guy. So that's some Black Panther news.
Good.
A lot of people are still going on and on and on and on about Marvel Phase 4.
Oh, yes.
All the big announcements. There's been a lot of people are disappointed, and some people are happy and elated. There was also no surprises. We all expected the Black Widow announcement.
Mm-hmm.
What we didn't expect, what we also expected that we didn't get was we didn't get any news about Avengers.
Yeah, that's true.
And what else did we not get news about? There were a couple of them that we didn't.
No Fantastic Four, nothing about X-Men.
Yeah, nothing about Fantastic Four, no X-Men. So we didn't get news about that. But we did get a lot of information about Black Widow and the what they call Mandarin, the Shang-Chi movie. Yeah, and a lot of stuff coming to Disney Plus. Disney Plus is going to have a lot of Marvel shows, which is exciting.
Oh yes, very exciting.
Yeah, coming back to Facebook Live and YouTube. Want to say hello to everybody again. Want to say hi. Hey, Papa Chunk joined us. Hey, Papa Chunk, what's going on? Glad you're joining us.
Yes, really.
Yeah, and according to sources going back to talking about back on the Marvel thing, we mentioned they chose Normal, but apparently also talking about Black Widow news, the evil person in Black Widow is going to be Taskmaster.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who's Taskmaster? You know more about that than me.
Well, not as much as I used to know, but Taskmaster he's more like the timekeeper.
Okay.
He makes other people do his work, his dirty work for him.
Right.
And makes a task out of it, kind of like a challenge.
Right.
To go out and try to do harm to people.
Okay.
So and he's kind of like a mastermind. He masterminds everything. He didn't get his hands dirty like a lot of people do.
Right.
He just sits back and let everybody else do his dirty work for him.
Yeah. Okay. So Taskmaster is going to be the main villain in Black Widow, and also the Mandarin. It will appear in is going to definitely appear in the Shang-Chi movie,
right?
And the 10 Kings or Rings or whatever they call it. I'm messing that up.
Nothing new.
Yeah. Hey, you're here to help me out with that stuff. So
that's actually going to be really good. It's kind of it's a kung fu movie, but it's basically he's the master.
Oh, great!
He's not a pupil. He's a master of the kung fu. So
I look forward to that. I love anything kung fu related.
I can't wait to see how this one turns out. It should be, excuse me, it should be turned pretty good.
Okay, that's great.
Just hope they follow comic book series like they're supposed to.
Well, sometimes they don't do that. So
I know. And his first appearance was actually in special Marvel edition. 15 and 16. Then he started off his own series with number 1, and I don't remember 20. I think it's 100 and something that they decided to quit on making him.
Okay. Also, the rumor mill is a buzz about there's going to be a trailer dropping this month for The Rise of Skywalker. My bet is I think that the trailer is going to happen at D23.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they're going to wait until the D23 Expo, and then they're going to drop a whole bunch of stuff for the Rise of Skywalker. It's been, guys, they're making us wait, and that's either you could take that two ways. Is that good news or bad news, or they don't want us to analyze it? But it's time for a trailer. Come on, guys.
It really is. Yeah.
I mean, we got also at San Diego Comic-Con, since we're still talking about that, we got the great the announcement about the Sith troopers. And here, look, here I'm showing everybody on Facebook and YouTube. I got it, the Sith trooper. So it's pretty awesome looking.
It's exclusive just for San Diego Con.
Yeah. So I had a friend that got that for me, and I thank him very much. To remain nameless, so people don't bother him.
Yeah, really.
And also, it is now official. My collection is complete. I have the yellow. I'm holding up the yellow kyber crystal. So now I have the yellow kyber crystal. So now I have all 6 crystals. So they got my money on all that stuff. Now I just got to collect all the different versions. Like apparently, the red one, kyber crystal, they made 6 different versions of it.
Wow.
So I'm going to have to buy 5 other versions of it that I don't have. And all of them, they have multiple versions. The red seems to be the most. But the green, I think they have 3. The blue, they have 2. The yellow, they have 2. And the white, they have 2. And I also got the coveted white one as well. So that's exciting. And I put the yellow one in already just to see what it looked like. So I want to show everybody. So I'm showing this here also live on Facebook and YouTube. So this is the yellow one. Use the Force, Luke.
That's right.
Bam, bam.
No,
bad boy. Bad Captain Rickster. Bad boy. He was making fun of me earlier.
I'm not Darth Vader.
I'm going to tell. All right, let's turn that off. Okay, so that's the yellow kyber crystal. It's for the Temple Guard that they use the yellow, yellow blades and stuff. So from what I understand too, is they're starting to get stuff under control. I've heard some reports recently that the kyber crystals are now in stock. That's some breaking news. I was just talking to someone on Facebook, and they said that the crystals were there.
Oh, about time.
So it looks like they're starting to get. They're only a few weeks away from the Walt Disney World Galaxy's Edge opening there.
Yes.
So they're close to the opening there. On the 29th, and they're doing previews starting next week. So people are going to get to preview it. Annual pass holders and cast members starting next week get to see the Florida version of Galaxy's Edge. I am writing a song, by the way. I wanted to announce it here. I'm writing a song called Batuu, and it's based on Galaxy's Edge, and it's called Batuu, a Black Spire Outpost. It's a song. It's instrumental. And I started working on it. A good close friend from down under in Australia, my brother from another mother down there.
Oh, yes.
Also known as the Fanta Down Under. He's inspired me. So I'm gonna go ahead and write a song that's dedicated to just that. So
good.
I should have it for you guys to listen to. Maybe a preview next weekend. On other sci-fi news. So we talked about the stuff in San Diego Comic-Con. Still people talking about that and Marvel. Okay, that's pretty much just about it. We do have exciting stuff still coming out, sci-fi related for August. At the end of this month, Netflix, they're really doing it right. They're doing a lot of sci-fi stuff. They're making us, with Disney Plus coming out soon here, Netflix, you're doing it right by having all these original shows. You're keeping our interest, so hopefully people won't cancel when Disney Plus comes on board. But at the end of the month, we have the Dark Crystal, the Age of Resistance.
Oh, yes, that should be good.
So we got that coming at the end of August, so it's another sci-fi thing. In September, we have Ad Astra.
Yep.
We have Gemini Man, October 11th, Terminator Dark Faith, November 1st, Shaun of the Sheep, which is December 13th, and then, of course, The Rise of Skywalker coming December 20th. Yes. Spies in Disguise, which is an animated sci-fi thing, and also Lucy in the Sky. Doesn't have a release date, but sometime in December. In some other sci-fi related news, this weekend is the big Las Vegas convention, the big Star Trek convention.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Is happening in Las Vegas, and some interesting announcements came out of that already. CBS has trademarked the following names, and this is an exclusive. CBS has trademarked the name Star Trek Section 31.
Oh, cool.
So does that mean Michelle Yeoh is going to get her own show? Remember, she was part of Section 31 on Discovery last season. So who knows? It looks like Michelle Yeoh might be getting her Star Trek series. Star Trek Prodigy was trademarked, and also Prime Directive. Those three are three new trademarks by CBS. Prime Directive, we already know what that is. That's actually going to be their official podcast.
Oh, okay.
So we know what Prime Directive is, but what is Star Trek Prodigy? And we think we know what Section 31 is.
Right.
So all the Trekkies out there, I hope you guys are all having a great time out there in Vegas and enjoying yourself.
Yes, we should have been there.
Yeah. Well, we should have. Yeah. We like everything sci-fi. Remember, we're all for sci-fi, baby.
That's it.
So we love everything sci-fi related. Star Trek as well.
That's right.
Coming back to Facebook Live and YouTube, want to say hi to Mac and Michael Streeter just joined us from Europe.
Yep.
Actually, no, he moved. I think he lives in Chicago. Virginia's here. Hey, Virginia.
Hey, Virginia. How you doing?
And also Brandon Wallace is here. Hey, Brandon. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about the Netflix show, I Am Mother. We're going to go ahead and have a discussion about it. We're going to give our official review as well. But it's a brand new Netflix show. It came out about a month ago. And since there's hasn't been that many movies come out, we're now reviewing some of the Netflix shows for you guys. And we're going to go ahead and come back. When we come back, we're going to play the trailer for I Am Mother. And when we come back, we'll go ahead and have a big discussion about it and give you our review and our rating for I Am Mother. But let's go ahead and listen to the official trailer. Here we go.
Why aren't there any more children, Mother?
There used to be.
Then why did you only make one?
Mothers need time to learn. This facility was designed to give humanity a second chance. One that began with you. Daughter. The path will not be easy. The world outside is lifeless. But I made you into the woman that you are so that we could do this together.
Mother? How were you unaffected by the contagion outside?
Who put that in your head?
Did you know there were people out there?
I'm as surprised as you.
There's a droid here. Mother's not what you think. She's taken care of me my whole life.
You haven't seen what they've done.
Not Mother.
I told you it was dangerous outside. I hope you see that I'm different than her assailants. That thing feels nothing for you. You don't belong here. I've discovered something troubling. Our guest has not been entirely truthful with us. Daughter, I know you're frightened, but you have no need to be. Have I ever done you harm?
It's just a matter of time.
This woman doesn't care about any future but her own. Her own. She's very dangerous. Dangerous.
I'm never gonna hurt you.
She's a risk we can't take. We can't take.
We have to go now.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Daughter. Your whole life I've taught you to see the bigger picture. Everything I do is to protect you.
Wow. That is I Am Mother.
That's right.
The Netflix original sci-fi. And it's a whole sci-fi movie. It's not a series. It's a movie. It's about, what, 2 hours, I think?
Almost 2 hours.
Almost 2
yeah.
hours. So we're here to review today the I Am Mother. Want to say hey to everybody here on Facebook and YouTube who's joined us. I put down in the links here on the right-hand corner how to join our YouTube page and our Facebook pages, because in the future, if you want to catch more, also listen to older podcasts, you could go there as well because we archive them there. But in the future, like sometime maybe next year, I'm not going to broadcast on my Eric Walker page. We're just going to go direct.
Right.
So make sure you each week I'm going to go ahead and place those links there for you guys so you could go right and join. So appreciate it. Thank you, Guillermo, for joining as well. And so let's go ahead and Rick, let's go ahead and talk about I Am Mother.
Okay.
I Am Mother stars Hilary Swank, and also the girl that plays the child, the daughter, is played by Clara Rugaard.
Yep, she's from Denmark.
She's Danish. You're right.
Yep.
And she did a very good job as well. And the voice of the mother robot that you heard was played by Rose Byrne.
Okay.
And you might recognize that voice.
Yeah.
She's got that distinct voice and perfect choice, perfect casting.
Yes.
And she really, the thing I liked the most about, even though she was a robot, she seemed to have a kind of a soft tone, more like a mother would have.
Yeah, mother talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't. She didn't sound robotic all the time, which actually was great.
Yes.
It's because in the future, hopefully AI advances and gets more lifelike. Well, maybe not. Then we won't know.
Yeah, really.
We'll be like Blade Runner, right?
That's right.
And we won't know, if there's an AI around us. That's kind of spooky to think about that.
Same thing with Terminator. You never know if there's a machine around you or not.
That's true too. Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Very, very scary on that part.
Yeah. So basically, I Am Mother, the movie is about, I guess the human race is finally, they've done each other in.
Yep.
And this fail-safe facility was created in the event that catastrophe happens or something happens to the human race so that we could start over again.
Yep.
So they built this facility and they have this robot who is, I guess they stacked it with all these different, I guess they're already incubated. They're eggs that are frozen, but they're already growing. It was kind of strange to look at them because they weren't just eggs. They were actually already fetuses.
Right.
I don't know how far along they were, but and they had lots of them.
63,000, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they had that many. So the robot takes one of them who is the daughter. They just call her daughter. We don't know her name. Did we hear her name?
No, not until later on.
Really? Are you sure? I don't think they ever named her.
Well, that's definitely true. I don't think they ever named her either. Yeah. I think they just called her daughter.
Daughter, because the robot kept saying daughter, and she kept calling the robot mother.
Right.
So you see her growing up, and then about the time she's a teenager, I don't know how old she is, but in real life, the girl who played looks like about a 15-year-old or 16-year-old.
Right.
But in real life, she's like 21, 22 years old.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because in some shots she looks like a woman, and then when they do close-up shots of her face,
like a child.
She looks like a child. So they kind of messed up a little bit on that regard.
Actually, no, that's pretty interesting on that part.
Okay.
Because you get the adult and you get the child, so you never know what you're dealing with, really. But it's still
we don't want to deal with the child, the teenagers, right?
No, but it was actually interesting to see her curiosity as a teenager, and also when she became an adult too.
Yeah. Again, the actress, her name is Clara Rugaard. She did a great job. Her acting was spot on. I was real worried. I didn't want to going into this movie, I Am Mother. I didn't. It's not something that appealed to me. I didn't kind of want to watch it. I just thought, is it going to be boring because they're going to spend the whole movie, underground? The good news is they don't spend the entire movie underground.
No, they don't.
They actually do go outside the facility, and you see what happened a little bit. And there's some interesting twists. I don't want to give everything away, but you're listening to a review, so you're going to expect spoilers.
Oh, of course, most definitely. And we're gonna tell the spoilers too.
There is no such thing as a spoiler free. This internet has created this kind of babyfication, if there's such a word, of the entire, of all, not us, but babyfication of the millennials.
Right.
It's like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to spoil. Well, back in the day, that's how we decided if we wanted to go see a movie, right?
Right. Oh,
you had
definitely.
Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert. You had those two critics, and they would talk about the movie. And again, we're not trying. I just don't want to candy coat it. You're going to talk about the movie and tell what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. But so don't. And it's sad that I have to keep bringing it up but I don't want to upset the millennials. So we're going to talk about it. So basically, the movie continues, and suddenly they lose power.
Right.
And the daughter finds out that they lost power because a mouse or a rat chewed through some of the wiring. So she has to fix it. So here she is. She's in the dark, and she has to learn how to start fixing her place, and she's a teenager. But she does a great job. She fixes it. Before that happens, you see her actually help the robot, her mother, who's a robot. You see her help her fix her hand, so she has some ability.
Right.
So they set that up earlier in the piece.
Yes, they
so then shortly after that, there's some sort of a knock at the door, or something happens, and
there was a knock at the door, and that's when she opened the inner door first, and that's when she heard the knock from the outer door.
Right. So then she sees the woman who's played by, and she's just called the Woman. If you look it up online,
it's called
they
the Woman.
They don't come up with names like character names. It's mother, daughter, woman. Yep. Child,
that's it.
Brother, this, it's kind of crazy, right?
Oh yeah.
Can you take 5 more minutes and come up with a name?
I don't think they could.
So the woman, who's played by Hilary Swank, comes in, and the daughter wants to hide it from the mother because the mother has made her think that the outside world is contaminated, and she needs to stay as far away from. You can't even go outside,
right?
Otherwise, you might die or could be contaminated. So she hides Hilary Swank, but that all falls apart
real quick
shortly, and because you can't hide her in an underground thing without the mother eventually finding out.
That's true.
And it's an interesting little twist having the woman come involved, and then the woman says these other robots killed. I guess all the robots killed everybody, kind of like Terminator.
Right. Yeah.
So. So she's scared of the mother robot.
Yep. Well,
doesn't
later
trust
on,
her.
Yes.
So she ends up leaving, and she takes the daughter, and then the daughter finally gets to explore the outside world. And here's where it picks up a little bit and gets a little interesting. They go outside, they see what's going on, so it has some change.
Right.
And overall, I kind of liked it. I liked the I Am Mother.
It was a good show. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was good. Overall, I liked it. I'm not going to say it's one of the best things this year, but
no, it's definitely not.
But it definitely, it definitely did. It was okay. Coming back to Facebook Live, I just want to say hello, Virginia. Virginia just said hi to Eric and Rick.
Oh, good.
A few minutes ago.
How you doing, Virginia?
And everybody else, everybody here on YouTube as well who's watching us. So I Am Mother. Let's go ahead and give it a rating. Here at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating scale of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars. There's only been one movie this year that's got the coveted 5 stars, and that was Avengers Endgame.
That's definitely true.
And there's been a few that have gotten 4s and a few that have gotten 3s. I'm going to give I Am Mother. Dun, 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 dun. It's going to get a 3-star.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Yeah. Which means you could watch it. It's if it's 3 or below, you don't have to go. I mean, we're talking about movies there,
right.
in the movie theater. But so you don't have to watch it. But if it's Saturday night, like tonight, and you want to watch something that's kind of interesting that won't put you to sleep, then go ahead and watch it. Go ahead and watch it. But
if you're watching late night and you can't sleep, this will make you go to sleep.
Oh, that was kind of harsh, Captain Rickster.
Oh yeah, but you know, hey, there's some parts in there that would put you a little bit on the sleepy side.
Yeah, but hey, it's something to watch if you don't have anything to watch. So I do recommend it. Maybe I should put it at 3.1. Okay, I'm switching it. It's 3.1 stars, so that at least everybody will watch it. Because if I say 3 or below, you don't go. No one's going to want to watch it. So look, 3.1 stars then. So it's definitely worth it. I think the acting's really good with Hilary Swank. Of course, we know her from the Academy Award she's won, and she's always a strong actress. And this new actress is great. I really look forward to seeing what's going to happen in the future with her career. So
yes, that'd be great.
I wish her all the luck. Also, non-sci-fi related.
Oh, yes.
We saw Hobbs and Shaw, and this is not sci-fi related. I guess you could kind of twist it and say it is a little bit if you want to talk about action.
Well, you're talking about the guy who's a part machine.
Yeah, so you could kind of, that's true.
Kind of make it a little bit of sci-fi.
We could throw it in, there was a guy that was an engineered human. So that could, no, you're right. Now we can say it is sci-fi.
That's right.
So so not just I Am Mother, let's talk about Hobbs and Shaw. We saw that.
That was a good movie today.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw stars the what's that guy's name? The Rock?
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson. Is he The Rock?
He's The Rock.
Yeah, he did a great job, and Jason Statham. As well.
He did a great job also.
Yeah, and it was Hobbs and Shaw it had a lot of kick-ass action.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a little long, but that's okay.
But it was enjoyable. I mean, it's well worth watching. If you want to go see a good movie today or the rest of this week, you should go see it. It's
go see really Hobbs and Shaw. I would give that a 4 stars.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that's definitely something.
I'll give it a 4.2.
Okay.
Because it's actually better than what I thought it would be.
Okay.
And there's some information there that I didn't know about either that they didn't say, because I couldn't happen to see what happened to Decker's brother.
Oh, okay.
Come to find out, he was killed in this one. But they have the sister, which I never knew before. It never came out until now, because no one said nothing about that in the Fast and Furious series on the Fast and Furious.
So yeah, Hobbs and Shaw is presented by the Fast and Furious movies,
right?
And it's definitely up there. And don't leave during the credits, because they did a lot of Marvel stuff.
Oh yes,
even all the way at the end, they were showing another scene after the credits ended. They did it like 2 or 3 times. It's like, is that the latest thing? Like everybody's gonna copy Marvel?
Yeah, it would definitely be a 2 coming out, because it's definitely really a good movie.
I would kind of like to see what happens. I would like to see the Hobbs and Shaw. I'd like to see what character did Dwayne The Rock play? Was he Hobbs?
He was Hobbs.
Hobbs. Okay.
Shaw was Decker Shaw.
Okay, so you're right. Okay, I don't know that enough like you do. You seem to know more about it than me. Which the big brain of Captain Rickster over there, he's the comic book guru.
That's right.
But Hobbs, I would like to see their relationship with his sister, Shaw's sister.
Oh, that would be interesting to see
if they develop that.
Yeah, carry on with that one.
Yeah, because you kind of wanted to see them get together if they survived.
Oh, they kind of. It's pretty interesting. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to give you too much of a spoiler, but yeah, it was really interesting in that truck scene.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was very sensual.
Yeah, very.
That was a cool scene. So Hobbs and Shaw, we suddenly got into reviewing another movie as well. So our go is mine's a 4.0. Captain Rickster gives Hobbs and Shaw 4.2. So it's definitely a must-see.
Yeah, it is very a must-see movie.
Yeah, so go see Hobbs and Shaw. And tonight, if you're at home and you haven't seen it yet, go see I Am Mother.
On Netflix.
On Netflix, yeah. Netflix is really doing it right. I've said that already, but
yes, you did.
They're trying, because they're going to compete with Disney Plus here in a few months.
That's right.
And they're pulling out all the stops. But that's great for us, right?
Yes, it is.
It's great for us because we get to see great programming. So Netflix, you're doing a great job.
Now it's going to get Hulu on the ball.
Well, how many do we need, really? I mean, unlimited?
Unlimited should be unlimited.
Okay, well,
Because
yeah.
there's a lot of things you can make into science fiction.
Do we have well, that's why we're all for sci-fi. We're all for that, baby.
That's right. I'm going to see a lot more sci-fi.
Me too. So we're excited about that. So a lot of things are going on, and everybody out there is enjoying a Star Trek convention while we're here talking with you good folks here.
That's right.
It's been an interesting year so far, and it's been quite a journey. And we thank everybody on Facebook and on YouTube who have joined us. Corey Taylor joined us, Thomas, Aaron as well, and Eric Dixon as well is watching. Thank you guys all for watching.
Yep.
Everybody, I'm going to say it again. This is the third time this show. Please go subscribe to us on YouTube,
yes.
and also like us or follow us on Facebook.
And get your friends to do the same thing.
Get your friends to do it too. It's real easy to remember. The name is All for Sci-Fi. It's one word. So if you go to Facebook, it's facebook.com at All for Sci-Fi, ALLFORSCIFI, All for Sci-Fi, one word. On YouTube, we're at All for Sci-Fi. If you want to join us on Twitter too, we're at Twitter at All for Sci-Fi.
Right.
If you want to drop us a note, you have any comments, any suggestions, you want to say, hey, you guys are doing a great job, you could do that by going to our official website, which is, again, allforsci-fi.com. It's one word, allforsci-fi.com. There is a contact page. You could drop us a note. If you have, again, any suggestions, or you just want to say, hey, how are you guys doing? Please do so. Again, thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. Again, saying a quick prayer, and our thoughts are with everybody in El Paso, Texas, who are going through a very tough time right now. We ask God that you wrap your arms in protection for those people out there, and also, help them get through anything they need to get through with this major tragedy that's happening. We thank you, Lord, for all the protection that you're giving them and everybody else listening. In your son's Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
And I'm Eric Walker.
And I'm Captain Rickster.
And thank you once again for joining us.
Yes.
Have a great week.
You too.